Today we see how many years it'll take for all 32 NFL teams to win the Super Bowl. I have a very, very bad feeling that I'm gonna be sat in this chair for the next 10 hours. With our first Super Bowl matchup in season number 1 being between the Bills and Lions. I don't care if it takes 100, 200, 1,000 seasons, this video doesn't stop until every one of you see your favorite team hoist the Lombardi Trophy. Good news for you Lions fans is we can cross you off the list. We're also going to keep track of how many Super Bowls each team wins, and by the end, no matter how long this takes, we'll be able to see which franchise Madden believes is going to become the best of all time. How funny would it be, dude, if the Lions start off this video with 2 straight Super Bowls? Well, boys, I think it's safe to say we can scratch out that possibility. So it is confirmed that in this second season, we'll get our second unique champion. Maybe it'll be the Bills, since they came up a little bit short last year. At the same time, though, I would definitely love for my Titans to get on the board. Come on, let's manifest the Tennessee Titans Super Bowl appearance. Boo! The goddamn Bills knocked us out in the divisional round. They got knocked out, though, by the Bengals in the championship, as it's either going to be the Seahawks or Bengals to be our second Super Bowl champion of the day. Now, keep in mind, at this point in time, the Bengals have never won a Super Bowl in their franchise's history, so this will be them on the board here. It's looking good so far. No, this is a lame Super Bowl, to be honest with you. The Seahawks tie things up. They're going to take the lead by a field goal, and the Bengals come just a little bit short as the team who very well might win the Super Bowl in real life gets on the board here in season number 2. Surely this won't be Burrow's last appearance. Hey, maybe Burrow can make it right back this next season. Joe's back in the playoffs, so he's got a shot at least. Did my Titans make it back? No, he didn't. So we're going to at least have to wait another year. But the Seahawks missed out here in year 3. So the reigning Super Bowl champion has missed the playoffs 2 straight seasons. So again here, in year 3, we should be getting our 3rd unique Super Bowl champion. Also, periodically throughout this video, we're going to be checking the current state of the NFL, looking at who's climbed to the top, who's the highest rated players, see who's turned into the Hall of Famers. And right now, after 3 seasons, Genty's a 99. We got a ton of 99 rated. Oh my god, dude. And honestly, no real shockers. Like, everybody that became a member of the 99 club was totally expected. There eventually, though, will be players that turn into all pros that we never expected. Like example, we got to keep up with guys like Cam Dunn here. 2nd-year quarterbacks already up to a 91 rated. Well, it seems like Jackson Dart and my old Cam Ward's turning into studs too. I have to track their careers. Oh, Riley Leonard. See, this is why we gotta track these things. If I was a betting man, honestly, I think it's gonna be the winner of this matchup that makes it to the Super Bowl out of the AFC. Let's see, though. See if I'm smart. I am a dumb Alabama hick, so who knows? The Giants and Chargers. So who's gonna take the crown of our 3rd Super Bowl champion of the day? Looks like the Chargers are the one to beat here. Giants giving their all. They're trying to come back, but the Chargers are way too much. Justin Herbert on the board as the Chargers win their 1st Super Bowl in franchise history. That makes 3 unique Super Bowl champions in our 3rd season. What if we never once get a duplicate Super Bowl champion and we end up completing this challenge in 32 seasons? Let's see if the Giants here can make up for that disappointment, win the NFC again, and this time actually finish the job and win a Super Bowl. I mean, they got a pretty decent shot, made it right back to the playoffs with an 11-win season, which we do have a chance for a duplicate this season because not only did the Chargers make it back, so did the Seahawks. It's inevitable, it's gonna happen, but hopefully not this season. Oh god dang it, you gotta be kidding me. And I'm not gonna lie, there's actually a really good chance the Chargers go back-to-back. I mean, they beat the 1 seed. They took down the Chiefs and Pat Mahomes by 24 points. So who's to say they're not gonna beat the 7 seed 49ers here? We're just gonna skip to the next week. Hopefully we get some good luck here. Get a 49ers Super Bowl, and the champion of our 4th season is gonna be Chargers again. God dang it. It only took 4 seasons to get our first duplicate. So safe to say, boys, this challenge now has a leader. I'm telling you, if the Chargers win a 3rd straight Super Bowl, this challenge, honest to God, might take me 24 hours to record. Oh, thank God the Chargers didn't make it back this next season, although the Lions did. No chance. No chance the Lions repeat again, right? If they do, brother, I am gonna be sad. Oh, thank God. This year's Super Bowl champion is gonna be either the Denver Broncos or Dallas Cowboys. 2 extremely respected, storied franchises, but which one is gonna come on top and win their 1st Super Bowl of the day? Well, Broncos with an early 7-0 lead. I'm just now realizing they have a 14-0 lead in the Super Bowl with an 8-9 record. Are they gonna win? They're gonna win. It's a blowout. They're gonna blow out the Dallas Cowboys with an 8-9 record. It's gotta be the first ever Super Bowl champion with a sub 500 record. That's one way to get on the board. Quick little NFL roster update as the Raiders, man, they should win a Super Bowl soon. They have 2 99 rateds on the roster, a ton of 99 overalls at this point, as some of your favorite players are now starting to turn 30 years old, so they're starting to go down in overall every season. Dude, Quinn Miners became a 99 rated as a guard, which is crazy, but still maybe no real shockers. Drake May is currently the top rated quarterback in the National Football League as Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson has had an enough are starting to get on up there in age. Browns, though, with a stud third-year QB, Alexander Hackett. So maybe the Cleveland Browns are on tap to win their first ever Super Bowl. Probably only got a couple more seasons of Mahomes. My boy Cam Ward still looking pretty good, as is Jackson Dart. Just really hope my Titans can win a Super Bowl before Cam Ward retires. He deserves it. And here in 2030, things could get interesting. A few teams that we mentioned, the Raiders, I told you guys, they're loaded. They got the 1 seed, so maybe they win it this year. But also at the same time, my Tennessee Titans and Cam Ward have made it. Also, that young quarterback on the Browns. But honestly, dude, I'd take anybody but the Broncos, anybody but the Lions. Just no repeats, and I'm a happy, happy boy. Oh my God. The Cleveland Browns have made it all the way to the Super Bowl. That young quarterback must be quite the beast. Which, to be honest with you, just for the Cinderella story aspect, I am kind of rooting for the Browns here, but I'll be happy either way because both of these teams have yet to win a Super Bowl today. Browns and Giants fans are about to either be really happy or really, really sad. The Browns don't win it here. They might not ever win it in today's challenge. The Giants are more likely to win it as they've tied things up. Ooh, a really close game into the second half. Anybody's ball game as the Giants take the lead. The Browns answer. Is this going to go into overtime? No. On a last-second field goal, the New York Giants crush the dreams of every Cleveland Browns fan in existence. Maybe next year. A few other things that I do want to track which have happened over the last 5 seasons outside the Super Bowl champion. Number 1, Joe Burrow won the first MVP of the day. Liam Cohen won Coach of the Year. I just really want to see if anything crazy ends up happening, like Joe Burrow winning back-to-back Super Bowls. In 2027, it goes to Josh Allen. Mike Vrabel wins Coach of the Year. See what I'm saying? Tutu Atwell wins Offensive Player of the Year. We've got to track stuff like this, man. In 2028, see what I'm saying? It goes to Joe Burrow for the 3rd time. Like, Burrow's turned into the best quarterback of all time. Or Marion Hampton wins Offensive Player of the Year, which is kind of crazy. In 2029, MVP goes to Pat Mahomes. Josh Downs wins Offensive Player of the Year. And in this season, in 2030, goes to Joe Burrow again. Brian Daboll, who's still with the Giants, wins Coach of the Year. I mean, Joe Burrow has got to be a 99 overall quarterback at this point. Right now, he's a 93. And also through time, we're going to track who Madden thinks have turned to the best players of all time, which is right now, apparently Madden thinks Josh Allen and Joe Burrow better all-time quarterbacks than Patrick Mahomes, although he has 3 Super Bowl wins, which is just nutty. And according to them, best player of all time is TJ Watt. But what we're going to do from here, boys, is go ahead and simulate 5 seasons into the future. We're going to stop this sim at 2035 and see who else we have win the Super Bowl. Hopefully my Titans. So we've made it to the end of the 2025 regular season. Let's check out the playoff bracket where my Tennessee Titans have the 1 seed. Love to see it. Really hope we might have already won one in the last 5 years. And so what's the NFL looking like at this point in time? Okay, we have random guys named Rodney taking over as a 99 overall wide receiver. Abdul Carter, Jalen Walker are absolute monsters. You got, of course, the Kansas City Chiefs get a freaking raging QB that's even better than what Patrick Mahomes was. So I'm sure they're going to go on a run, win 15 Super Bowls. He's still a tank. That Jeremiah Sheehan is a beast. So as you can see at this point in time, you got some players that started off as rookies that are still chugging along, but for this point, it's just a bunch of newbies. Good to see Aiden Hutchinson still killing it at the age of 35, now in the 49ers. You got Jared Verse still with the Rams. A few guys still been loyal. In terms of QBs, any original QBs still remaining, and it's not looking good. Drake May still here. It's an 87 rated 33-year-old. Cam Ward still here. The 33-year-old as well. I really hope he's won a Super Bowl. Caleb Williams on the Eagles now, which is crazy. Let's see it, man. Let's see if my Titans can make it to the Super Bowl this year, and after that, we'll see if they've maybe won one in the last 5 seasons. Come on, just give me this, please. Give me something good in my life. Oh my God, we did it. Oh, I'm so happy. We beat the Chiefs. We annihilated them. We took down the Bengals. Revenge for Evan McPherson ruining my life 14 years ago. And now all we have to do is take down the Seattle Seahawks. And remember, they've already won a Super Bowl today. So hopefully all of you is rooting for my Titans here. Come on, please, man, please. We're the 1 seed. I beg, make a 30-year-old grown man smile because your team won a Super Bowl in a virtual video game. And it wasn't even close. Cam Ward gets his Super Bowl MVP. Thank God. It's my Tennessee Titans. Ooh, a little spoiler. Hold on, we got some research to do. So let's see how that happened. In 2031, there it is. My Titans beat the Packers 21-14. So Cam Ward has won 2 Super Bowls. He has 2 Super Bowl MVPs. So if this happens in real life, I can die a happy man. In 2032, we had the Los Angeles Rams win for the first time, 38-13 over the Jets. In 2033, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where my Titans almost took the lead in the day. That would have been their 3rd Super Bowl. The Bucs get on the board as well. That makes 8 out of the 32 two teams that have already won a Super Bowl. And last season, we had the Pittsburgh Steelers hoist that Lombardi Trophy for the first time today. Now, officially through 11 full NFL seasons, we've had 9 NFL franchises win a Super Bowl, with my Tennessee Titans and the Los Angeles Chargers in the lead with 2 apiece. Which I do have to just put it out there that Joe Burrow won another MVP this season. It looks like, oh, we had Amon-Ra St. Brown on our team. I completely missed that. So that's why we won our first Super Bowl. But crazy, Joe Burrow's won like 7 MVPs already. But now time to simulate another 5 seasons and make our way all the way to the year 2040. I've made it to the future, and at this point in time, it's probably worth taking a quick look around the NFL. Looks like some of the normal teams are still dominating. Browns still balling out. Bills probably have won 10 Super Bowls at this point. Which, looking at the franchises that have made it at this point, there's actually a really good chance we get ourselves a duplicate champion this year. Who's the MVP at this point? Elijah Cotton, my man. Hilarious, Brian Daboll, now the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, wins Coach of the Year. Some of the other matchups here: Sean McDermott, now the Jets head coach. Jonathan Gannon, now with the Bears. Mike Vrabel with the Bills. That's insane. That's a crazy mashup. Raheem Morris still on the Falcons. Of all coaches who have made it 15 years with the team they started with, the one man that actually got fired in real life is still with his team. Now, Matt LaFleur still with the Packers. I forget who this is. Is that Sean Payton, now the head coach of the Jags? And in the year 2040, who is the highest rated player in the entirety of the NFL? Ben Esperanza, a tight end, and Mike Madden. How funny. How freaking funny. Best QB's old Jack White on the Houston Texans. The Chargers got a stud, and that's unfortunate because that probably means they've won more Super Bowls. They probably took the lead over my Titans, which, speaking of my Titans, who the heck is our quarterback at this point in time? We have Connor Whiting, who isn't that bad, so maybe he could lead us to a few more after Cam Moore did his job. Which I suppose, let's go ahead and see who wins it out of this bunch before we check the last 5 years. Falcons, Texans. So this is an interesting one. Two teams that have never won the Super Bowl in their team's history. Wouldn't be surprised if the Falcons choked here, you know, since that's in their nature. See, the reverse jinx, it worked. Congratulations, Falcons fans, you're on the board. Time to see if anybody else new got on the board the last 4 years. Oh, we had a repeat champion here. The Detroit Lions, for the second time today, beat the Texans. The Texans seem like they choke every single season. In 2037, the Texans choke again to their in-state rival Dallas Cowboys, who won by 7. Not the first time the Cowboys have won in their history, obviously, that's number 6 for them, but the first time they've won today. No chance the Texans won a 3rd straight Super Bowl, right? No. The Packers and the Grossi Posse take down the Chargers, thank God, because that would have been their 3rd Super Bowl, but for the Packers, that's their 1st today. And in 2039, the New York Jets keep the Lions from taking the lead with their 3rd Super Bowl today. Oh, and I gotta say, dude, as happy as I am, the Jets get on the board for the first time, win their 1st Super Bowl in like 50 years, 60 years, but I'm very, very depressed at their Super Bowl MVP. So through 16 seasons, it officially means we now have 13 unique Super Bowl champions, with 3 teams tied in the lead with 2. Now time to jump 10 seasons into the future to see what the heck happens. What a shocker. We've made it to 2050, and the Browns still suck. But I guess there is at least a little bit of a chance they won a Super Bowl in the last decade. So definitely a few teams in the playoffs that would be repeat offenders when it comes to winning another Super Bowl. But there's some new faces too. Who's the best player in the year 2050? Blaine Donnelly, running back out of Rutgers, the Detroit Lions, 99 rated. There's only 2 real 99 overall players at this point, which is kind of crazy. 3 out of the top 4 rated is all defensive tackles. Got a beast wide receiver here for the Arizona Cardinals. Bryce Stump for the Packers, good running back. And who's the best QB 26 years into the future? Byron Wilkinson of the Buffalo Bills. So pretty good, very similar, you know, to Josh Allen being 6'5", 230. Oh, what do you know? Chiefs get another stud. Darren Russell probably won them 10 Super Bowls. Actually, Chiefs are one of the teams that haven't won a Super Bowl yet, so that's kind of interesting. Got DeAndre Mims, good QB for the Bucks. Josh Bowden, good QB for the, oh God, for the Cowboys. This is only his 2nd year, already the 4th best QB in the league. Jags got a good one, Lions got a good one. Man, they have the best QB and running back combo in the league. They might have won a couple extra Super Bowls, putting them in the lead. Keep in mind, there's not been a team yet to win 3 Super Bowls. But who's going to be our winner here in the year 2050? Oh God, regardless of who wins, it's 100% confirmed to be a repeat. So which franchise is temporarily going to tie the lead of 2 Super Bowls through 26 seasons? I'm assuming the Cowboys because they're great in simulation. What a shocker. The Dallas Cowboys, again, with their 2nd year quarterback. Man, it's crazy to see who their coach still is. But now officially time to break down what the heck has happened the entire last decade. So again, keep in mind where we started the last simulation at, the Houston Texans, man, their fans have had an absolute nightmare. They lost 3 Super Bowls in a total of 5 seasons, so maybe they made it up to their fans and finally won one. In 2041, the Pittsburgh Steelers win wins their second. In 2042, goes to the New York Jets, who also won their second. Wait, hold on, wait a minute. Look at their quarterback. Sounds oddly familiar to somebody from their past. Come on, give me a new winner here in 2043. The Green Bay Packers for the second time. So a ton of franchises tied for the lead with 2 Super Bowls, but again, nobody's won 3 just yet. Watch me jinx myself. Here in 2044, the Los Angeles Rams win their second. Dude, I don't like this at all. 5 Super Bowl champions into the 2040s, and every single one of them has been repeats. Hopefully, we get a new one here in 2045. It's the Rams again, god dang it, who officially take the lead with their 3rd Super Bowl win. I'm telling you, dude, Texans fans gotta feel like they're in hell right now. But maybe, just maybe, the luck went their way in 2046. No, but we finally get a new winner as the New Orleans Saints are officially on the board. Now in 2047, the Saints go back to back. Funny enough, they had the same exact Super Bowl matchup, so the Bengals not loving life right now. 2048, we have the Buccaneers for the second time. And last but not least, in 2049, we have the Kansas City Chiefs, who finally win the Super Bowl after 25 seasons. So it officially means more than half of the NFL has yet to win a Super Bowl through 26 individual NFL seasons. What you do want to see at this point in time, according to Madden 26, the best coach ever is Sean McVay with 4 Super Bowl wins. Mike Tomlin in second, as he's retired apparently. Now I do want to see the best player of all time up to this point in the NFL is Joe Burrow still. You got Cotton behind him, TJ Watt in 3rd, Mahomes in 4th. But now what we're going to do is go ahead and say we're going to simulate 10 more years into the future. But I think this will take us to the point where franchise mode just completely ends. I don't know what year it stops, but I guess we'll do some investigating once we get there, see what it looks like when franchise mode's over with. Then we'll just have to completely restart things over from scratch. And how exciting! Look what happens here to us in 2055. It just forces me to retire, as we should still be able to see the Super Bowl winner, which goes to the Indianapolis Colts. Please tell me we didn't have any more repeats. In 2051, we had the Buccaneers, which officially means they're now tied with the Rams with 3. Come on, somebody new here. In 2052, the Bears. Oh, I'm so happy. Chicago officially on the board. Only took you, I guess at this point, about 27, 28 seasons. Your savior's old Robbie Campbell. But they make team number 17 to win the Super Bowl. And last year, 2053, it's the goddamn Buccaneers, who are now in sole position of first place with 4 Super Bowls in 31 seasons. And at the end of this franchise, Sean McVay ends as the best coach of all time. Again, Mike Tomlin right behind him. Look at Brian Daboll. Like, I'm glad he's my Titans offensive coordinator now, because according to Madden, dude, he's become a better coach than John Madden. 3 Super Bowls for Brian is nuts. According to Madden 26, our first franchise of the day, we're gonna have to hop into a second. The best player of all time is Joe Burrow. Old Cotton got close though, although I don't know how. This guy never won a Super Bowl. Neither did Joe though, which is crazy. So at the conclusion of our first franchise, 31 total seasons, we've had 17 different franchises win the Super Bowl. Some big shockers, like no Super Bowl from the Bills, the Ravens, the Patriots, Eagles, 49ers. Surely they'll win one in the next 31 seasons, right? Great, 10 years into the future in our new franchise, and my Titans still suck. When the franchise redo, let's see how the league is looking at this point in time. So best players, Dwayne Mann, Tracy Benson, a bunch of D tackles, Desmond Hewitt, Genty's still at 99, so it looks like in every franchise he turns out to be one of the best running backs ever. Outside of that, not many OGs left. You have Nicholas from the Seahawks, I'm gonna say 99 rated. This is better what he did first franchise around. Panay Sewell, still about a 99 overall. Best QB in the league's Juan Gomez. Jaden Higgins and the Texans this time turns out to be one of the best receivers of all freaking time. Jahad Campbell still balling out at the age of 31, now a 96 overall. Walter Nolan's a dog. About just QBs, who's the highest rated OG quarterback at this point in time? We gotta go far down here. Jackson Dart down at an 85 rated. Drake May on the Patriots. Cam Ward on the Jags now. So apparently this time around, his Titans career didn't go so well, so he probably didn't win any more Super Bowls. It just makes me so sad he's a freaking Jag. Let's hope this season we get ourselves a newbie. Like, I know for sure the Raiders have never won, the Bills have never won, and again, surprisingly, the Eagles haven't. But unfortunately for me and my tight hip flex, the further along we get into this challenge, the harder and harder it's going to get to find ourselves new Super Bowl champions. But hold on a second. As mentioned, the Philadelphia Eagles, who have not won a Super Bowl up to this point, has finally made it. Please, dear God, can the Philadelphia Eagles be the 18th NFL franchise to win a Super Bowl today through 42 seasons. Oh, that's a joke. This is all one big joke. As let's congratulate the Steelers for a third time today. So in year one, the Lions won for the second time. That's so weird. The second time, second franchise, where the Lions won in the first season. That's the third time they've won today. In 2026, oh my God, they now tie the Buccaneers with 4 in first place. No shot to go back to back to back, right? No, the Texans win. Is that for the first time? Yes, it is. Their fans can finally smile. It only took like 6 tries, but finally the Texans are on the board. Come on, let's keep the vibes high. In 2028, the Rams win a Super Bowl for the 4th time, now tying them for first place. Next season, the Arizona Cardinals, surely for the first time today. Only took them, I guess at this point, about 40 seasons, but they finally win their first Super Bowl in franchise history. Now can the Browns win their first ever in 2030? Oh my God, the Rams take the lead with 5 Super Bowls so far. Cannot believe the Rams have won 5 Super Bowls in 42 seasons, all while the Baltimore Ravens have won 0. How about in 2031, the Saints for a 3rd time? In 2032, the Raiders, a newbie, and they're officially the 20th NFL team to win a Super Bowl today. All hail Juan Gomez. Come on, give me some more. In 2033 here, we have the Broncos, which they're definitely a repeat offender. Hey, at least the Rams didn't win for a 75th time. And last but not least, in 2034, your Super Bowl champion is the Cincinnati Bengals, another team who is finally almost 45 seasons in on the board, which is crazy considering Madden thinks Joe Burrow's the best QB of all time. So that means through almost a half century, the Ravens, Bills, Panthers, Browns, Jags, Dolphins, Vikings, Patriots, Eagles, 49ers, Commanders have yet to win a Super Bowl. Very thankful as a Titans fan that I'm not lumped in that nonsense. So let's see if one of those stinkers can finally win one here over the next decade. Hey, at least 10 years later, my Titans don't suck anymore. There are so many repeat offenders in this playoff bracket. Like, I think the only teams, the Panthers, the Dolphins, those are the only 2 teams that have not won a Super Bowl up to this point. I'm telling you guys, this video is gonna take me another 5 hours to record. Dolphins or Panthers, please. Dolphins or Panthers, please. I mean, on one hand, I'm happy. The other hand, I'm kind of sad. At least tell me my Tennessee Titans can get number 3 here. God dang it. God dang it. They literally got 6. Now, keep in mind now, boys, we've literally made it through over 50 seasons now. Again, at this point in time, got a D tackle 99 rated, best player in the league. Behind him, we got Brad Eisen, wide receiver 99 rated for the Colts. Who's the best quarterback at this point? Zach Burke for the Los Angeles Rams. A good QB for the Texans, good QB for the Colts. Okay, the Panthers got a good quarterback, so maybe Cam Canfield can be the man to lead the Panthers to their first Super Bowl today. Crazy to me, too, that the Patriots haven't won a Super Bowl yet through half a century, which, good thing, they do have a franchise quarterback, so maybe Corey Duvall can be the man to finally get the job done. So much just nonsense that I'm looking at right now. Nick Sirianni's the head coach of the Falcons, Aaron Glenn on the Raiders, Kellen Moore with the Giants, Ryan Daboll this time around is the head coach of the Saints. But Matt LaFleur, man, he's a loyal fella. 50 seasons in, and he's never left the Packers once. Now, come on, man, give me some good news. Here in 2036, the Dallas Cowboys, and they, again, obviously are repeat offenders. The Jags, though, have never won a Super Bowl up to this point, and they are so close. Maybe they got it done the following year. I can't take it anymore. The Rams are literally the greatest franchise of all time, dude. They're way ahead of everybody else. But here in 2038, the Green Bay Packers beat my Titans. In 2039, the Raiders. Please, give me some good news. Finally, Liam Cohen gets it done. More good news the next year. Colts. Next season, we got the Chiefs for the 2nd time. Please, 2033, the Chiefs for a 3rd time. And the next year, Buffalo Bills. It's about time. 51 seasons in, their fans can finally smile as Drew Callahan leads them to their first ever Super Bowl. I really cannot believe it, dude. That 10-year simulation takes about 25 minutes real time. In those 25 minutes, only 2 new teams have won a Super Bowl. I'm not kidding. I'm gonna be here until next week. But it's now time, boys, to ride yet again another franchise to its end. Surely a team like the Ravens, Eagles, and Patriots gotta win one eventually. Back to the point where we're forced to retire. I was just curious. Again, Sean McVay, best head coach of all time. Mike Vrabel right behind him. Now, is the best player of all time Joe Burrow? Apparently, Sean McVay is better than any player ever. Looks like Stewart, a defensive tackle, came in 2nd. Joe Burrow this time didn't look like he came in the top 10. That's so weird. Jamar Chase in 4th. The best quarterback ever looks like Josh Allen. Apparently, actually, best QB ever is this guy named Lowry who won 3 Super Bowls. Which let us see this year's Super Bowl champion. Oh, it's the Vikings over my Titans. Oh, my Titans continue to choke, but hey, at the end of the day, the Minnesota Vikings are a brand new team today to win a Super Bowl, which brings our total to 23. How about the prior 9 years? Okay, apparently the Vikings have dominated the last decade as they won here in 2046. Following year, this has got to be a joke. Is this like the 10th time I've lost to the Rams? Like the 10th time we lost a Super Bowl in this franchise? They're literally going to get to 10 Super Bowl wins before some other franchises win their first. How about the following year? The Cleveland Browns. Oh my God. Thank the Lord the Rams lost here. The Browns get on the board in a stylistic fashion with a 52 points score. Crazy, we still haven't had a Ravens Super Bowl. That I swear on my life that wasn't scripted. That is so funny. That is so funny that it just got synced up like that. So the Ravens make for the 26th individual team to win a Super Bowl. How about into the new decade though? Like the Broncos in a blowout. Next up, the Dolphins almost win their first, but the Cowboys added their tally. How about the Dolphins the following year? Nah, it's the Saints again. And here we have it in 2053, the Vikings for the third time in the last decade. But through 62 full NFL seasons, we still have 6 franchises without a Super Bowl. All while the Rams are about to get the double digits. How have the Eagles, how have the Patriots, how have the 49ers not won a Super Bowl yet? Like, I'm really interested to see if we make it to season 100. But fellas, now we are getting even crazier as I'm going to simulate 30 seasons into the future to the end of Madden 26 franchise mode, where hopefully within these next 3 decades, the remaining 6 teams can win their first Super Bowl to complete the challenge. I'm actually going to count to see how long it takes to simulate these 30 seasons. I'm guessing probably an hour. Another 30 years behind us, and that took 48 minutes. 48 minutes of my freaking life to get to this point. So some of these teams better won the freaking Super Bowl. I was looking at the league history, and apparently this receiver, who is still currently playing for the 49ers, broke the all-time record with 200 receiving touchdowns. And if the franchise wouldn't have ended right here, he probably could have got another 100 more. Also seems like Jamar Chase had a pretty decent time. Another 3 decades where Liam Cohen remains loyal. Got Nick Sirianni now coaching the Dolphins and Mike Vrabel coaching the Cowboys. And hold on a gosh dang second. Madden believes that Dave Canales is the best coach ever. He has 5 Super Bowl wins, so surely at least one of those 5 Super Bowls came with the Panthers. Hopefully all 5. I was just trying to see who the best player of all time was. Looks like Jamar Chase. I mean, that's a pretty good quarterback-wide receiver combination, you know? 2 of the top 3 players of all time in the same team at the same time. Because apparently this fella, Aldridge, best QB ever. Let's see it, boys. Who won the Super Bowl this season? The Minnesota Vikings in a blowout. I beg, brother, that the 6 remaining teams have won a Super Bowl in the past 30 years. It'll make my life so much easier. I can actually go to sleep. Here we have it. The Detroit Lions are going to be the 2025 Super Bowl champions for a 3rd straight time. No, I can't take it. I can't do it. They legit have 9 Super Bowls now before the 49ers, Eagles, and Patriots combined have 1. Please tell me it changes fast. In 2026, the Bills win. In 2027, we hit the Baltimore Ravens for a 2nd time. In 2028, the New York Giants. So 4 Super Bowl champions in, and every single one's been a repeat. Actually 5, and if you count the 2055 season. Not a new one yet. About 2029, Cincinnati Bengals again. Oh, I'm gonna have to simulate another 30 seasons, aren't I? In 2030, Chargers. Please, brother, I beg. The Raiders. I cannot believe no Patriots, 49ers, Eagles have just won 1 so far. The Lions for the 59th time. We're legitimately going to make it 100 seasons in before the Patriots or Eagles or 49ers win 1, right? 2033, Falcons. In 2034, the Falcons again. We don't like that. 2035, the Panthers for the first time. Oh, thank God. That now means, fellas, we are 5 away. What about back-to-back championships for newbies? Oh, the 49ers. We're so close. Next season, Raiders again. Come on, good news here. The Packers, they're not new. The Panthers for a 2nd time. Come on, please, the 2040s be good to me. Starting off with the 49ers, Super Bowl. Thank God. That brings us to 28. How about next season? Would you look at this? Take some 70 years and they go back to back. Like, why couldn't you do that earlier? Do they three-peat? No. My Tennessee Titans, though, for the first time in what, like 50 years? The following year, the Indianapolis Colts. And after that, the Raiders. Dude, they've won a ton in the past few decades. Good news, please, we have 10 more years. The 49ers for the 3rd time in 5 seasons. Dolphins, Patriots, Commanders, Eagles. I need you 4 to have won a Super Bowl in the prior 10 years. I actually freaking beg you, dude. In 2046, the Browns. Next year, I'm tired of the Raiders. Like, they feel like the Rams to me now. In 2048, the Vikings, The following year, oh, I'm sick. I am so tired of the Raiders, man. We needed so desperately for the freaking Eagles to win here. I mean, we've gone almost 100 years without them winning the championship. That's crazy. Maybe, though, this was the start of their run, and they win one here in 2050. No, the goddamn Bills manifest Eagles, Commanders, Dolphins, Eagles, Commanders, Dolphins, or just the Falcons again. What's crazy is pretty much every NFL team has multiple Super Bowls up to this point when the remaining franchises have 0. We have 2 more years to add a new Super Bowl champion, or I'm gonna have to simulate even further. 2052, the Texans, and in 2053, the Steelers. So we have made it 93 seasons, and we still have 4 NFL teams that have never won a Super Bowl. It is 2 a.m. I am desperate at this point, as we're gonna simulate another decade in the future here and hopefully at least get one new winner. We are 104 seasons in, and the Patriots have finally made the Super Bowl. The thing is, we haven't got past it yet, so there's a very good chance they lose, and I'm telling you, I'll be so sad. I will be so sad because if they don't win here, it might take another 100 years for them to win the Super Bowl. If they win, that would take our total down to 3 remaining, and thank God the New England Patriots, after over a century, win the first Super Bowl. That's what they get for all their years with Tom Brady. Not gonna lie to you, I think I'm just gonna fly through the next 10 Super Bowl winners, as in 2025, for the 3rd time, the Lions win the Super Bowl in the 4th season of a fresh franchise. That's weird. That's strange. We are looking for Dolphins, Eagles, Commanders, please. 26, no. 27, no. 28, no. 29, no. 2030, no. 2031, no. 2032, big no. 2033, oh, I'm sick. I am so sick. The Commanders were so close. I genuinely think it's the first time we've seen them ever make the Super Bowl today. What about the next year, though? Do they start a dynasty? No. God dang it. The only way I'm going to remain optimistic here is just I'm going to tell myself this Commanders team, obviously good enough to make the Super Bowl. They've kept their core around, and they're going to win a Super Bowl the next couple seasons. Please, dear God. Wait, why didn't I even notice this? I guess because I just, like, off the top of my head, think the Eagles aren't that big of a deal to make a Super Bowl, but my God, dude, it's the first time they made the Super Bowl in 100 years. Dude, we were so close to knocking 2 more teams off the board. So 104 seasons in, the Commanders, Dolphins, Eagles all remain Super Bowl-less. All while the Rams have won 10. The Raiders have won 9. The goddamn Falcons have won 6. So surely, at least one of the remaining teams will win in the next decade, right? So excited to have to sit here for another 15 minutes. Now, 114 seasons in, and I'm sitting on the floor because I'm tired of sitting in the chair for the rest of this video. Let's see who's made the playoffs here. I don't think outside of the Eagles, everybody else has won a Super Bowl. I promise you, I'm never finishing this video. I am sitting here praying for a Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl appearance here. Never in a million years did I think those words would come out my mouth, yet here we are. The Eagles are good for nothing. Oh, they stood no match at all for the freaking Lions. Oh, how exciting. The Texans win for a 3rd time. All right, we are flying through this thing. 2036. Oh, thank God. Funny enough, the Dolphins and Eagles both made the Super Bowl, and the Dolphins come out victorious. I really think this is the first time I've ever seen the Dolphins make it. Like, I would have been happy with either winner, but it's so funny, dude. Like, the Eagles are good for nothing. I need an Eagles and a Commanders Super Bowl victory like I need oxygen. The following year, Browns win. Following year, Bills win. Come on, dude. Seahawks beat the Patriots. Ravens win. Lions win. Jags win. Eagles, thank God! It took the Eagles 112 years to finally win a Super Bowl, which means the Washington Commanders are currently ruining my life because I find it very highly unlikely that they won the following year. Okay, that's hilarious. The Eagles wait 112 years to make it to the Super Bowl, and they go back to back. That's just, I hate it. We have 10 more seasons within this franchise for the Commanders to win another one. Although, I want to go ahead and check out their team. Like, I need to see if I'm even, like, optimistic for them to, like, have any sort of chance to win one over the next decade. Please tell me they're loaded. Oh, I hate it all. Cliff Humes is their best player. Mike linebacker. Who is their quarterback? 82 rated Devon Culver. Again, I'm gonna be sat here for another 30 seasons just waiting on the freaking Washington Commanders to win the Super Bowl. I'm not even trolling you guys. I honestly might go take a nap. I just like to put it out there that 29 NFL teams have won multiple Super Bowls before the Commanders have won one. I'm the biggest Commanders hater right now. 124 seasons seasons in, I'm telling you right now, I drained my bank account for a Commanders Super Bowl. Highly unlikely, but let's go check it out. Last year, this franchise, we're going to have to start a whole other franchise and simulate another 30 seasons, aren't we? Let's see, this year, Bears win, and I don't see the Commanders anywhere. Like, these next 9 seasons of this simulation is actually going to determine the next, like, 45 minutes of my life. Rather, I can get, like, an extra hour of sleep tonight. This is crazy. This is crazy work. 2046 plays off the get-go the Rams for the 11th time today. 2047, the Eagles. Now you just start winning every goddamn Super Bowl, don't ya? I would do anything to just get a little whiff of the Washington Commanders. Just make the Super Bowl so know you're alive. 2048, the Patriots. 24-3 in dominating fashion. The following year, the Browns. We had the Browns winning like 5 Super Bowls before the Commanders even sniffed just one appearance. In 2050, we had the New York Giants. I said New York weird. Oh well. In 2051, the Panthers. In 2052, oh my God! It is about time. Hold on. I have to do some math here. That means after 122 seasons, that is how long it takes for all 32 NFL teams to win the Super Bowl. In the final year, they went back-to-back. They did exactly what the Eagles did. That actually makes me mad. It took them 122 years to win one, and then they immediately go back-to-back. Makes no sense. So our journey is finally complete. And how crazy is it that it took that long for the Commanders to win one Super Bowl, all while the Rams won 11? Now, if you enjoyed that experiment from the Madden scientist himself, you can click right here to watch me conduct another one.